Tonight at Night of Champions, we saw the absolute breakdown of the bloodline. We crowned a new World Heavyweight Champion, and we also got two really good matches, one between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes, and another between Mustafa Ali and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I want to start off by talking about this whole bloodline situation. So, you guys already know Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, they were taking on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. This was a pretty good match. Sami Zayn, he was pretty much getting his ass whooped at the beginning before Kevin Owens came in and made a big comeback. Late in the match, Roman, he attempted to spare Sami Zayn, but Sami got out the way and Roman accidentally hit the referee. So the referee got knocked out and basically all hell broke loose from this point on. The Usos, they came down the ringside, they started attacking Kevin Owens and put him under the announce table before eventually getting in the ring, and they each super kicked Sami Zayn. They attempted a double super kick onto him, but Sami Zayn ducked and they accidentally hit Solo. So Roman, he's seen all of this, and he pretty much got mad that the Usos came down the ringside because I don't think that was really in his plans. He started shoving the Usos around the ring before eventually Jimmy Uso just got so fed up with everything that Roman Reigns was doing, the way Roman was treating him and his brother Jay. So Jimmy Uso hit Roman Reigns with a super kick, and Jay Uso was in shock. He couldn't believe what he just saw. It seemed like Jay didn't really agree with this decision at first, but eventually Jimmy was like, listen man, I'm your brother. I would never treat you the way Roman treats you, before hitting him with another super kick again, which basically caused Roman Reigns to roll out the ring. It looked like Jay wanted to get his hands on Roman Reigns too, but Jimmy was just like, listen, we gotta get out of here, and so they did. In the midst of all of this, Solo Sikoa, he was still the legal man. So Kevin Owens hit Solo with a stunner, and then Sami hit him with a haluva kick, which allowed them to pick up the victory. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they're still the undisputed tag team champions. This was clearly the right decision because Roman Reigns does not need all of those championships. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that the bloodline is no more, and I can't wait to see where they go with this whole Usos and Roman situation. So moving on to the next thing I want to talk about, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins wrestled to determine a new World Heavyweight Champion. I'm gonna be honest, when this championship was first introduced, I wasn't a fan of it, and I'm still not. Obviously, I think Roman Reigns is holding the real World Heavyweight Championships. Roman is clearly the guy to beat. He's been the main champion for over 1,000 days now, and it just feels like this championship was created just because nobody could beat Roman Reigns. But I will say one positive of this championship being made is at least the guys on Raw have something to fight for. And hopefully it makes Raw a little bit more interesting, especially since there was no main title over there. So AJ Styles and Seth Rollins, they had a pretty good match. They're clearly two of the best in-ring performers to ever do it. Eventually in the match, Seth Rollins, he hit a suicide dive on AJ Styles, but he tweaked his knee on the landing. So AJ noticed that. He managed to lock in a calf crusher on Seth Rollins, which put a lot of pressure on his knee. Seth Rollins attempted to give AJ a curb stomp, but his knee gave out so he couldn't do it. AJ Styles gave Seth Rollins a pedigree, but that wasn't enough to keep Seth Rollins down. Eventually Seth Rollins came back with his own pedigree, and then he finally got the strength to hit AJ Styles with the curb stomp, and he won the match with that. So Seth Rollins is the new World Heavyweight Champion. I say that very loosely because, like I said just now, Roman Reigns is clearly still the guy to beat. But he got presented the title by Triple H, so that must have been a cool moment for him. And yeah, we'll have to see how the main event scene on Raw plays out with this new championship being introduced. So moving on, we got Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Cody Rhodes, he's coming into this match with an already injured arm because Brock Lesnar attacked him this past Monday on Raw. Fortunately for Cody though, that injured arm didn't really hold him back in the match because he was able to use the cast as a weapon, which honestly I thought that was pretty silly. I think on commentary they said the cast was made of like titanium or something like that, but I just wasn't buying it. I thought if this guy has an injured arm, why would he be using the same arm to attack Brock Lesnar of all people? Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I don't know. I didn't really like that. Cody Rhodes managed to hit his big moves on Brock Lesnar, but that wasn't enough to keep him down. There was a spot in this match where Brock Lesnar had Cody Rhodes in a Kimura lock, and it took a while, but eventually Cody Rhodes was able to get to the rope, so Brock Lesnar had to break. After that, Cody Rhodes, he managed to hit a crossroads on Brock Lesnar, But I guess Brock Lesnar got fed up with this whole situation because he just picked up Cody Rhodes, F5'd him, and then put him back in the Kimura lock, which led to Cody Rhodes passing out. So the finish of this match was pretty cool. I'm not mad that Brock Lesnar won this because it sets up another match for them probably at SummerSlam. And also Cody still kind of looks strong because he didn't really tap out, he passed out. So yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with this whole storyline because it's clearly not done. Mustafa Ali, he wrestled Gunther in a one-on-one match for the Intercontinental Championship. Ali, he's so good at selling and making other people look good that he pretty much made Gunther look like a monster. So for most of this, Gunther was in control. Eventually, Ali was able to make a comeback, hitting some big moves on Gunther. But in the end, Gunther, he shotgun dropkicked Ali into the corner, picked him up for a powerbomb, and he won the match. So he retains the Intercontinental Championship. We also got Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. Towards the end, the ref was distracted with Trish. Becky was on the outside and Zoe Stark came from under the ring. She had her finishing move on Becky Lynch, which is called Z360. Trish hit her finishing move, the Stratisfaction, and she picked up the victory. Next up, Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title. I'm going to be honest, I barely watched this match, but I did see the finish and I thought it was pretty cool. So Asuka, she tried to hit Bianca Belair in the face with her blue mist, but Bianca ducked. But that wasn't the end of the blue mist because Asuka, she basically sprayed her hands with it. And when Bianca attempted to hit her with the KOD, Asuka raked her in the eyes and pretty much got the blue mist all in her eyes. And then Asuka kicked her in the head and won the match. So she's the new Raw Women's Champion, which sounds confusing to say because both these women are on SmackDown. I'm not mad at this decision. Even though Bianca Belair is a really good wrestler, I think she's been getting boring lately, so I'm not really mad at her losing her championship. And then finally we got Natalya versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is also confusing to say because I'm pretty sure both these women are Raw superstars. But this was pretty much a squash match. Rhea Ripley, she attacked Natalya on the outside, threw her back in the ring, and then hit her with a riptide, and the match was pretty much over. So yeah, guys, that was Night of Champions 2023. The whole situation between the bloodline breaking down and Seth Rollins becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, those were probably the biggest stories to come out of this show. But overall, I wouldn't say the show was bad. It was pretty enjoyable to watch. And yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm out.